Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so Nick is my partner, and he is my Juliet, which stands for gay best friend. But there's logic behind it. For some reason, a lot of people like to have a gay best friend just because they're gay, and people that are gay don't appreciate that. They like to know that you like them for who they are as a person. So when I first met Nick, he looked like the quiet kid that sits in the back of the class, and he looked like he had a storm ready to come out at everybody. But when I started to get to know who he was as a person, I found out that he had to become independent at a really young age. He went through a wake-up call that came from his depression, and then he finally found himself in the end because of it. So first, with the independence, his dad went to Iraq for 2.5 years, and he gave him the whole speech you have to be the man of the house, you have to step up and take care of the family. And he took that as to heart, he didn't want to let his dad down. So some people take independence to be a positive thing, but for him, he was 8 years old when this all happened, so he didn't know how to make it positive. So he had a lot of pressure going on for him. And that brings us into our next topic, which had to do with his depression. He got diagnosed with it. So that moved on through his freshman year. And he had friends that were girls, but he started to realize that he didn't like them the way other guys did. So that's when he decided to come out. And he didn't come out because he wanted to. He came out because he was ready to be done with life. So he decided I need to tell one person before, I end it. And he ended up telling his best friend. And his best friend turned it into something positive, and it made him open his eyes. And he decided to tell other people, and other people were positive about it too. So he decided to tell his parents as well. They took it hard, but because they're religious, but they accepted it now. And that was his wake-up call, and that brings us into our final thing, which is he now is finding himself, and he hit a stage where everything was all rainbows and diva, and that's all he was for a while. But that came from confidence and trying to figure out who he was as a person. And but now, as you can tell, he's punk rock and army style and really edgy, and he's an artist at heart. And if you see his artwork, it's incredible. I really think you guys should check it out. But he's really into philosophy, which I found interesting because I like philosophy too. And so with the independence and the wake-up call and finding himself, it just all added up to who he is now as a person, and made him a strong person. And I still believe he's the quiet kid that sits in the back, but he's still outgoing once you get to know him. And I still think he's a storm ready to happen, but a happy storm. There is a happy storm, and he is my Juliet. And there's logic behind that.
Nice.